Go ahead. You got
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
my dog kissing me. Hey everybody, how you doing? That was a nice bit of meditation from Beth this afternoon. I almost said this morning, um, which I think we all need sometimes.
I needed to zen.
So how's you doing? How are you doing? I can't talk today.
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got home and I relaxed a little bit. I shut my eyes for like 15 minutes, give or take. Watched a good movie and
Just chilled.
oh, just deboned the chicken and made some chicken salad and then have chicken meat on the side for dinner. So, yep. How about you?
Pretty good. Got home, left, came back home, sat in the chair for a little while with little man, came back here to do some reading, went back out, and then you said you were ready to do this. So little man here has not had a whole lot of attention, and he is not a happy camper. He's sitting on my lap right now.
Oh my goodness.
um, but he's not going to be happy for a while because my class is 6 weeks, and I'll be at the computer more often than I usually am. So,
All right. Well, tell everybody about your class you're taking.
well, it's just a there's a class that I want to take at Gaston College, but there's like 3 prerequisites. This is the first one, and it's like on I don't want to say the history of digital photography because it's not quite that. That's what my first chapter was about, but it's on learning the ins and outs of digital photography. You know, like the terminology and stuff, because that's what next chapter is going to be is the terminology. And I get to go to and for those who don't know me, I love museums. Okay, Beth can attest to that. I get to go to the photography museum of photography tomorrow because it's online, of course. It's in Italy, so it's not like I'm actually going, although I would love to. But I'm looking forward to that because it's my activity for the class. So, and I kind of like it that you they give you the activities to do, but you're not graded on them. You don't have to do them, you know. But I do want to add that my first time around, because you get as many tries as you want on your quizzes. My first time, I got 2 wrong. Unfortunately, it's only 5 questions. So when I took it again, I got them all right. So
Good deal.
the one that I got wrong, I just had it backwards because they asked what a multi-pixel millipixel or something like that is, and I thought it was 1 million pixels, but it's the opposite. So
I hear someone whining.
Whining. I thought she meowed.
It was a whiny meow. We need to remind everybody, since we didn't play our normal video, that we are not healthcare professionals. We are not mental health professionals. We are two dingbats. Speak about
friends.
Oh, is that what you call us?
Yeah.
Run your little ticker tape at the bottom.
I have it up here ready to do. I just didn't do it.
That way, if anybody wants to email you, they can do that. Shoot her an email because she'd love to hear from you.
Oh, I would. I am a people person. Wouldn't hear me say that a few years ago, but I am a people person. But now today's topic kind of is a excuse me, I'm having trouble with my voice, is a broad type topic. It can go for any health care profession, whether it's your physical health or your mental health. Okay, your hearing, your vision, it doesn't matter. All right, it all kind of correlates together. Excuse me. And that is honesty. Did we really say that word? A lot of people don't want to hear that word.
Honesty.
A lot of people don't want to hear it. You know, they don't want to have to tell their doctor everything. Honesty. Okay, if they have multiple doctors, like I have a friend of mine who has a rheumatologist, a spine doctor, her PCP. PCP means primary care physician. Okay, so you'll hear me saying that because I do a abbreviation. So it doesn't really matter if you have a doctor. You know, it doesn't matter whether it's for your vision, your hearing, your feet, your back, your mental health. You know, it all goes together. Because if you're not honest with one doctor, then you're not honest with the other three. Okay. And for me personally, I even wrote down reasons why I have not been honest or forthcoming in the past. Haha, gotcha.
I've been honest and forthcoming, and then they just canceled me as a patient.
Well, for me, the medical part, I am very cautious. I can't say dishonest, but cautious as to how much information I give them in the beginning. Because I have had one doctor, I'd seen her for a couple of years, so she knew me pretty well, but I was having some back issues, and I told her I needed an MRI. She did x-rays instead and sent me to PT. Well, I kept telling her, and I was going to a program for help with my mental illness, and she just come in, she's going back out. And one of the staff from there came and sat with me while I talked with the doctor. And I asked the doctor, again, I had gone through PT, I've gone through x-rays. I asked the doctor for an MRI. And her words were, I'll amuse you. Okay? I'll humor you. There's nothing wrong with your back. And as soon as you get the MRI, the minute it's done, you're going to be healed. Okay? Well, come to find out, she was the one that was wrong. I had 2 bulging discs in my back. Yeah. But she would not. I tried to call her to see what the next avenue would be. And if I would remain as her patient, she would not talk to me. Refused to talk to me. So that has been one of my experiences. That's why I'm very cautious. You know.
That's why I don't trust doctors.
Huh?
I don't trust doctors.
When doctors hear, physical doctors, okay, your medical doctor, hear that you have a mental illness, not all, not even the majority, but there's those slim few that are still back in what I call the dark ages who think that it's just all in the head. Okay? And unfortunately, we have to put up with it. When we find a doctor like that, go to another one. Don't subject yourself to that. You're better than that. And the other reason was, why would I not be forthcoming with my psychiatrist? Well, I didn't think for a while I would be believed. Who would believe a person was sexually abused by their mother? I even researched the topic, and there's not that much out there. You got father and daughter, mother and son, uncle and niece. You don't see mother and daughter very often. So I didn't think I would be believed. But I try now to be honest. And sometimes I'm honest to a fault where I can get myself into trouble. But even now, I do tend to wait until I have to be totally 100% honest, because my thing is when I'm asked how I'm doing, I'm fine, and I have to really work hard at telling people I'm not as fine as I act, and that that includes your doctors and stuff, but it also includes your friends, the ones who want to support you. Beth knows me enough that all I have to do is say the words "I'm fine." She says, "No, you're not." I mean, that's it. So I can't pull it over on her. I can't pull it over on her.
Yep.
So, but I'm going to say the same goes for her. I can tell when she's not fine. When she says peachy, that's the key word right there. Everything's peachy. Everything's not peachy. And that goes.
And don't talk to me. Give me
nope.
room to breathe.
Yep. But and one thing I do I do let her know. I'm 10 inside. I can't help it. One thing I do, Beth knows that she can call me if she needs to. I mean, but I do leave her be, because that's her way of handling stuff. So, now that we know what the topic is going to be, one of the things that I have had a hard time finding anything as far as being totally honest with your medical providers, your mental health providers. I did find this one, and it's really just, I'll put it on the screen. I'm going to do a lot of speed reading, what some people call it. I just kind of scan it, and I'll tell you what it's saying. But if you want to know, you can
speed read.
You can. I don't call it speed reading. I call it scanning. But see, I made it so you guys can actually see it. So if you want to actually be able to read it, you can go back and read it. Okay. And one of the things is that before we can be honest with anybody else, we need to be honest with ourselves. Okay. We're the ones that know what's best. And if we're not being honest with ourselves, then we're not going to be honest with anybody else. And in this here, it just says that it's the first step to improving your mental health. But I would have to, again, say that it's the first step to improving your health overall, And let's see here. It says if you aren't honest with yourself, the issues that you are having are likely to get worse, which is true. It is true. Beth, just hypo, whatever that word is. Hypothesize or whatever the word is.
Hypothetical. Hypothetical.
Hypothetical. That's it. You're frozen. You know that, don't you?
Nope.
Unless you're staying very, very still.
I'm staying very, very still.
Oh, I got that on the wrong screen. I was wondering what was wrong. Okay, now what screen is it that I need? This one here, maybe? Nope. This one here? Nope. Beth, you messed me up. Beth asked for me to change the screen. Now do I have to reshare? I'm going to remove it, and now I'm going to add it. There we go.
go.
Okay, sorry about that. I knew something didn't look right.
I love it. All it takes is one little thing to trip her up.
It does.
One little thing.
And she knows it. I think that's why she does it. But
talk about
anyway,
mentality, honesty there.
Anyway, it says that if you aren't honest with yourself, the issues that you're having are likely to get worse. But, and again, that goes for everything. I mean, for me, with my diabetes, I was not checking my sugar because I was like, I'm okay. You know, I don't need to check my sugar. And then one day I checked it and it was through the roof. So it's like, I need to be honest with myself. I do have diabetes. You know, I was on a certain medication. I was taken off from it because, number one, it gave me stomach issues. Number two, I didn't need it. My A1C was 5.0. You can't get better A1C than that. But come to find out, the doctor that took me off it wasn't very smart. I no longer have that doctor. So I am now on medication that is now hopefully starting at least to regulate my sugar. But again, I had to be honest with myself. I was eating whatever I wanted. You know, I am no longer eating whatever I want. I am no longer
a doctor that didn't really know what he was doing. Whew, how figure.
I no longer eat what I want. I'm not deprived of my sweets because I have found a lot of sugar-free stuff that tastes really good, you know? And so, but I had to consciously make that choice. I had to be honest with myself that I needed to make this choice, you know, because Beth can tell you, I was hyper vigilant for a while because as high as my sugar was getting, I knew a diabetic coma wasn't far off. And I was scared.
Got on my nerves so bad. She's testing 30 minutes. I thought, oh my God.
But it also says you have to listen to your intuition. You know, I don't know what it's called for men, but women have that women's intuition that men hate to talk about, you know, because women's intuition is always right. Well, not always, but that's what we like to believe. But I mean, we do have to listen to it. If your instincts is telling you that something is not right, that's your body telling you that something's not right. So yeah, you got to listen to yourself. Now, the other one is being honest with others. So it kind of goes out with your friends and your family. You have to be honest with them about your mental health issues. You know, the first time I sought mental health was in 2000. I was staying with my stepmom. I did not want her to know I was seeking help. I had two boys, a baby, a newborn, and my oldest son, and I didn't want her to know. But then the doctor decided to put me on medication, and I had to tell her because if something happened, she needed to know what medication I was taking. And so you have to be honest. You know, I mean, there's that stigma still. I mean, I've got some friends that are very, very much in tune to that stigma of mental illness. And you'll notice that I don't call it mental illness that often. It's your mental health. It's my mental health, you know. But if you want to get down to like the political term, it's mental illness, you know. And if they are supportive of you, then you need to talk to them. If you're feeling off, a little off here or a little off there, you need to talk. If you're not sleeping or if you're sleeping too much, this is stuff that people need to know, you know. So, but let's see here. And if you seek help from a therapist, I was talking to, I think it was my sister-in-law last night, and you know, I've had a lot of therapists because it's been many years, you know, and most of my therapists have become friends, you know. But if you're not going to trust your therapist, if you're not going to be honest with your therapist, then you don't even need to go because they only know what you tell them. You know, I mean, no one's a mind reader. And my last slide that I show will explain that one. So, Let's see what Beth has. It looks like a lady, a statue. Nope, it's a garden. Oh, wow. I love that. All right, time for you to get down. You're getting restless. I love that. I absolutely love that. You know what I thought when I seen this? The archway and the ending
What?
is your bridal aisle.
Yeah,
Going
it
down
kind of does
into
look
your room.
like that.
But for me, it'd be too way of a long walk. In that long dress, you know.
But it's
No.
got purple flowers.
It does have purple flowers. And if I was to ever marry again, which I probably won't, I would want purple flowers. Rocky, stop. That's enough. You get up here, you're going to sit still. That does look very pretty, though. But it does remind me of, like, a wedding thing, you know? So, all right. Well, let me see here. What have I got? Like I said, I had a hard time finding anything. And this here it's just a little bit further down on what I was already reading, but it's from a different site. And yeah, I always have the sites at the top, whatever they let me click on. And this here's ways of being honest, and it doesn't always have to be therapy. It could be if you're needing to be honest with a friend, or if you're needing to be honest with a significant other, or your doctor, or whomever. You just replace that therapy part in for whomever. And what you can do is write down what you want to talk about ahead. Beth, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm here.
You are.
I am.
I don't see you. I hear you, but I don't see you. There you are. Okay, now I can go on.
You could have gone on anyway.
Nope, got to see your pretty face.
Oh, you're so funny.
You can write down what you want to talk about ahead of time. Now, for me, you guys already know by now that I like to write. I like to list things. It's just how I am. Even when it's not a fact of being honest, but trying to remember what I want to say, what I want the doctor to know, I have to write it down because once I get in there, my mind kind of like goes to mud and I don't remember nothing. So it's a way to be honest. It's a way to be to get your own stuff that you need together. You know, like I said, doctors, therapists, psychiatrists, friends, family, they don't know if you don't tell them. So, and that is what I got onto that. Let me see here. Okay. I see some pretty flowers. See, I knew they were flowers on this one. I love that skyline, though. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. I could get lost in that picture.
Me too.
Huh?
Me too.
So, Beth, so far, do you have anything to add as far as being honest with friends, family, physicians?
Nope, you've hit on it pretty good.
You always say that. I'm not sure if you're being accurate or you just don't want to say anything.
It's true.
All right. Now, this one I don't want you to see yet. This one here. Now, this here kind of like really I mean, it's only one sentence with a comma in there, but it's the truth. Okay? So, and you have to remember this. If you want to be trusted, be honest. Because when you start lying, when you start making things up, whether it is to family or physicians or whomever the heck it is, once you start lying, nobody's going to want to trust you. Nobody's going to want to trust me. You know? Beth?
True.
Little words today? All right. Now, I told Beth earlier that I have a little thing on my board. I don't want you to see it yet. That some may take offense to. To me, it's hilarious. So I thought, what the heck? To me, it's hilarious. So I'm going to show it. Be honest. If people could hear what you are thinking, you would be in mental hospital. Because I know that's for sure with me. Because people say, what superpower do you want? Do you want to read minds? I don't want nobody reading my mind. No, you spend 2 seconds in my mind, you'll probably put yourself in the mental hospital.
So, I think weird shit.
Same here. Same here. But I thought that was kind of cute to like be the last one. Yep. What do you have to say? You in the blue shirt, what do you have to say?
I think weird shit. So no. No.
I see purple, and I mean purple. Eee. I love purple. I can't help it. I love purple. Purple is just such a pretty color. It's got so many colors combined. And what are you private messaging me about? Run the ticker on the bottom. Okay. What ticker?
The email address you didn't read.
Oh, okay. I don't read those things.
And everybody else knows it now too.
Well, we've discussed it in other videos, so it is what it is,
This is what you get when you get live. Well, and I mean, it's not completely live, but it's live to us.
I love that picture. I'm just trying to figure out if those are going to be berries on those petals, or if they're going to be flowers, or
they're little small flowers that have opened up.
Okay.
Yep.
But that's a very pretty picture. But I'm going to say a couple of things on this class that I'm taking. It was weird because they talked about how we started with the hieroglyphics in the caves and stuff. Yeah. And and I'm not going to pronounce this French guy's name, okay? I don't do that. But this guy, when he started doing the photography with the sodium nitrate or whatever it is, people would have to sit out in the sun for up to 4 hours before they could get a photograph because of the light. And it said the majority of those who got photographed were sunburned.
There's sometimes you got to wait for that one particular shot.
But when the first one, whoever it was, when the photography first started, there was one person who said that it will be the end of painting, and then whoever did the digital said it will be the end of actual photography. So it's like no matter how we do the procession, somebody think it's the end of whatever. But I thought that was interesting. I mean, this class already in the first chapter, I'm like, wow, and it talked about the beginning of not World War I, the World Wide Web. It started in 1916. I didn't know it started that late.
You didn't really say at the beginning you're taking a photography class.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
I don't think you did.
Yes, I did. You go back and look at it.
Okay, I will.
Okay. Well, anyway, we're just talking now. So, and I'm sorry. I'm excited about my class. I love to learn. So you'll have to put up with it. Oh, my goodness. All right. Beth, is there anything you want to add as we are ending?
Nope. Just folks, always remember, be good to you. And if you want to, drop Melina email at the email address below, and she'll be glad to chit chat with you. Or if you want to just show her some support, like the video, subscribe, and send her an email to say hello.
Bye, everyone. Have a great weekend.